What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and this one I want to give you guys a quick update on what's going on with Tesla, SPY, and a couple of other tickers. But let me first mention that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500, you guarantee 20 free stocks. If you deposit $25,000 or more, you guarantee 75 of them, and the offer ends very soon. Anyways, guys, holy moly, the market is on fire right now. SPY is up 1.13%. Tesla's up 3.5%. The QQQ is up almost 1.4% as well. The market's on fire, continuing to rally. And the question is, what's going to happen from here? Well, we've been talking about this in all my videos about how the market has upside. I've been saying this for quite some time. And then when it came to CPI, I said that it depends on the numbers we get. As long as everything's below expectations, the market should squeeze. We also called the 540s on SPY. We called all of this. The inflationary data was aligned with expectations, with core and all items CPI being once again below expectations. So everything was pretty good, at least in terms of data. The market is squeezing as a result of that. However, I just wanted to call out that later on, okay, the first part of the data is out. We also have the interest rate hike decision coming out. There's currently a 99.7% chance the Fed is going to give us the same rate, meaning they're not going to do any cuts or any hikes or anything like that. They'll keep rates the same. So we know this. That's not going to be a surprise for the markets. But what will surprise the markets will be what we get from the economic projections report. So I'm going to be paying attention to this. The Fed is going to tell us where they see basically the interest rates going for the next couple of months, the next years. And this is going to be very important, at least for the markets, because it's going to give us insights on what the Fed is planning and how hawkish they are. So watch for a big move by the time we get to about 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can't wait to see what the Fed announces. Then at 2:30 p.m., we also have the press conference with Jerome Powell giving a speech. Whatever Jerome Powell says is going to cause some high volatility. So I'll be watching for that as well. Overall, guys, SPY is still on fire. It is rallying very, very hard. Let's break down some levels. So I called out 544 in my morning video. If you don't believe me, just look at my video that I just posted before this one. 544 is what I called out on SPY's potential target once we broke 542, and that's where we went to. Now we're coming back down to support at 543. Then we have 542 below that. If we lose this, I could see us getting closer to 540. If we break 544, we'll be looking for 545. The chart is bullish overall. It is cooling off just a little bit after we hit 544, but the technicals remain very strong and bullish, and the buyers are still on fire. They still have a very, very big edge because many of the big, indices out there are still continuing to push alongside lots of big tech stocks. On top of this, we have Nvidia. And by the way, SPY is still bullish overall, by the way, guys. It's cooling off a bit right now, but it still has more upside potential. There's nothing about this chart that's bearish. Could it cool down a little bit short term? Yes, but it's still going to likely continue. We're still holding up very well. Going back to Nvidia, and by the way, guys, Nvidia did a stock split in case you guys didn't see my earlier videos. The stock split is complete. That's why this chart is showing 125 for Nvidia, but that is what Nvidia is worth right now. They did a 10-for-1 stock split. So for Nvidia, we pushed up very, very nicely. We have these new resistance levels because we're at the all-time high, and because of the fact that every single one of these dollar amounts represents a big move on Nvidia. Because before, the price would have been around 1,257 right now. So every time it moves just $1, that's a pretty big move, and that's worth billions of dollars moving in the company. So you have to remember that. That's why it has resistance levels at these very, very tight areas. That's why I have my lines kind of tight for Nvidia specifically. Same thing with other stocks like Aapl. So our resistance is currently around just under 127 and also at 126. The support is at 124.5 and then 122.8. Overall, Nvidia is testing this resistance right over here around 126. It has more upside potential. Looking at the charts, we're looking more bullish on the PPO. May try to continue to push higher. If we break past 1 at 27, I'll be looking at 128. If that breaks, I think we could get very close to 130. Overall, the chart is bullish. For Bitcoin is also looking more bullish right now. We're going to be looking for a test of the 70,000 area. If this breaks, we have an imbalance to fill up towards 71,000. So far, it's looking more bullish. For Tesla, the big mover right over here, we're up 3.28%. I told everyone that Tesla's going to try to rebound. Watch 173. If that broke, I'll be looking at 176. Exactly, that's where Tesla went to. Now, if we do hold above 176.27 or close above that, our next target will be 178 to 180. We also have the shareholder votes coming out for tomorrow, so it's going to be key. And overall, Tesla is holding up very well. Watch support also at 174.5. We have resistance in the 176s. Overall, Tesla is holding up well, and there is still more upside potential for it later on. Overall, it still favors bulls for 178 to 180. QQQ looking more bullish. We have 474.25 as resistance. We have 475 next. We have support at 472.5 down here. If we lose that, I'll be looking for 470 flat. Overall, the chart is still bullish. We're getting good volume. We're seeing a nice little cross in the PPO. This favors upside a bit more, and I favor that in my personal opinion. For Aapl, Aapl has broken all the way up to about this 216 area. We have support currently around 215 and 214. Aapl has tight levels just like Nvidia, but it's continuing to squeeze. Because we broke past 210, the squeeze continued. In the morning, we were just kind of shuffling, but now we finally broke out as soon as the market opened. So they were waiting for open to really push this thing up, but it's still holding up well. There is more upside potential, in my opinion. If we break past 217.5, we could get closer to 220. Overall, it's looking pretty good. Supermicro pushed all the way up to about the 50 EMA at this 800 area. We failed to really break through that. Now we're just kind of shuffling at this resistance. So it's not too strong. It is trying to rebound a bit, but it's not extremely strong. To be bullish, you want to see it break past 801. To be bearish, you want to see it reject. Overall, it's still holding up well. For a few more, AMD, I know a lot of people are interested in this. I said to be bearish yesterday, we wanted to see this thing lose 158. We didn't really lose it today. We pushed back up to about 162, and now we're still at the 160 area. To be bearish, I want to see it lose 158. We haven't done that yet, so it's going to continue to shuffle. For Coinbase, we pushed all the way up to my target of this imbalance fill at 260. I think we still have potential to push. It's still holding up very well. So look for this 260 resistance. If we break this, 258 resistance. If we break that, watch 260. If you reject here, I'll be looking at this level right here around 253. If we end up losing 257 to 256, look for 253, then 250. Overall, it's still favoring the bulls. Watch Amazon's resistance at 188. If we close above that or hold above that, 190 is our next target. If we fail to do so, watch this support over here around 186.5. If that fails, we'll be looking for a move back down to 185 or 20 EMA. So far, it's looking more bullish. Meta is showing some weakness because of bad news. We pushed up to about 115 and kind of rejected a bit. Watch 505. It's kind of shuffling here. It's kind of stuck right now. If we lose that, watch 503.5 and 500 as supports. If we're bullish, you want to see it break past 510 at least. As of right now, kind of shuffling. It's looking like it's rejecting a bit, so it's showing some weakness. So it is what it is with Meta. For GameStop, I want to see it hold 30. If this holds 30, we're going up to 35 plus than 38. Looking bullish so far on GameStop. Going to be looking for a bounce. And for AMC, it's the same thing. I want to see if this can break past 5.5 to push up to 6. Looking bullish so far. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you for listening. I'll see you guys in a few hours. And then don't forget FOMC comes out very soon. We have the economic projections coming out at 2 p.m. So we'll see how things go. Give it the time it needs, and peace out.